Some shows age like fine wine. Peppa Pig aged like a cartoon, where physics took a personal day. 1. Peppa's carrots disappear in a flash. In the episode Rebecca Rabbit, Peppa and George are learning how rabbits live. Rebecca shows them around and tells them how much rabbits love carrots. At lunch, everyone gets 3 pieces of carrot on their plate. Everything looks normal until George hesitates to eat. When the camera moves to him, Peppa's plate is suddenly empty. A moment ago, all 3 carrots were still there. Now they're gone, with no chewing or munching in sight. It's not likely Peppa swallowed them whole in 1 second. 2. The kitchen cabinet magically changes size. In the episode Horsey Twinkle Toes, Peppa and George get a surprise package from Aunt Dottie. They take it into the kitchen, where there's a short cabinet behind them and a recycling bin next to it. But something strange happens when Peppa opens the package. The cabinet suddenly stretches, like it had a growth spurt. Even the recycling bin has changed. It's no longer a bin at all. Now it's a stack of boxes. Nobody moved anything, and it all happened in the same scene. Either Peppa's kitchen is alive, or the animators forgot what the room looked like halfway through. 3. The gear lever that couldn't stay still. In Desert Island, the boat's gear lever seems to have a mind of its own. At first, we see it sitting next to the steering wheel like it belongs there. But when the granddads plan to fish on their way, it's gone. Completely vanished. Later, Daddy Dog arrives with his own boat, and his gear lever is sitting far from the wheel. But in the next scene, it suddenly shifts closer like it got tired of standing. Just when you think it's done moving, it disappears too. Maybe these boats come with invisible controls, or maybe the gear levers are just playing hide and seek. The milk jug that never runs out. In the episode Pancakes, Mummy Pig is busy whipping up batter in the kitchen. She grabs the milk jug, which is filled just a little above the handle. Everything seems normal until she pours the milk into the bowl. The batter gets made, but the milk level doesn't move at all. It looks exactly the same, like no milk was used. A few seconds later, it's still holding strong at the same spot. Forget cows. Peppa's kitchen might be the real source of endless dairy. 5. The ice cream that came back from the dead. In the episode Very Hot Day, everyone's sweating, so Mummy Pig grabs ice cream for the whole family. George gets a special dinosaur-shaped one and drops it. Oops. To cheer him up, Mummy Pig hands over Daddy Pig's ice cream instead. Problem solved, right? Not really. Later on, when the kids return outside in their boots, there's Daddy Pig, happily holding that same ice cream cone. But how? It already got handed to George. Did the cone clone itself? Or maybe the heat made it teleport back? 6. The room that cleans and redecorates itself. In the episode Richard Rabbit Comes to Play, George invites Richard over while Peppa's busy building a house with blocks. At first, the room is a total mess. There are toys everywhere, and the toy basket is completely empty. But when Richard joins the fun, the room suddenly looks neater, and the toy basket is now full. Did a cleanup fairy sneak in? Not likely, since Peppa never stopped building. That's not all. On the wall, we see 2 drawings, an elephant and a fairy. Moments later, they jump higher on the wall, now floating above the bed. This room might just be alive. 7. The moon that changed its mind. In Princess Peppa, Granny Pig tries to surprise Peppa by sneaking into her room during the night. As she tiptoes in, the moon is shining brightly through the left side of the window. All is calm until she steps on a squeaky rubber duck. Peppa wakes up, and when we see the window again, something strange has happened. The moon has moved to the right side like it's playing musical chairs. No one opened a window. No one changed spots. So either the moon took a nighttime jog around the house, or this window has some very magical views. 8. The fruit that disappeared for halftime. In Bouncy Ball, Peppa and her friends are kicking around a football near 4 fruit trees. At first, the trees are full of bright, juicy fruit. Everything looks normal. But as the game picks up, the fruit suddenly vanishes, like it got bored and left. Just like that, the branches are empty. No wind, no falling sounds, just gone. But then, right after Rebecca Rabbit scores a goal, the fruit is magically back, hanging in the same spots. Maybe the trees were cheering too hard and dropped their fruit, or maybe the fruit just needed a quick break before rejoining the match. 9. The puppets that could multiply. In Chloe's puppet show, Peppa and the gang are getting crafty with some puppet painting. Chloe opens a box that clearly holds 4 puppets. She takes one out to decorate, which should leave 3 inside. But moments later, we look again, and surprise! There are still 4 in the box, plus the one in her hand. Somehow, the puppets are multiplying like bunnies. Then things get even weirder. Chloe takes out another puppet for George, and suddenly, the box goes from 3 puppets to 2, then back to 2 again, but in totally different spots. Either these puppets are alive, or someone hit copy-paste. 10. The swing that vanished without a trace. In the episode New House, Peppa is happily playing on a swing placed right next to their brand new home. Everything seems fine until the Wolf family shows up to say hello. As their car pulls up, Peppa is still swinging away. But in the very next moment, when the wolf family walks over, the swing is just gone. No movement, no one touched it, and there's not even a rope in sight. It didn't fall. It didn't move. It just disappeared like it was never there. Maybe it ran off to the backyard, or maybe it sensed new neighbors and decided it was time to retire. 11th, Zoe Zebra's Winter Double Trouble. In Santa's grotto, Peppa and her family head to the Christmas fair to meet Santa. As they arrive, Zoe Zebra and her mom are seen walking through the fair, enjoying the holiday fun. But we see something strange in the very same shot. Zoe and her mom are also up on the Ferris wheel, without ever leaving the ground. They're also still wearing the exact same outfits. So unless Zoe has a secret twin with matching clothes and perfect timing, something's not adding up. Maybe she got a VIP fast pass to teleport between spots, or maybe she's just mastered the art of being everywhere at once. 12th, Susie Sheep breaks the speed limit. In Sports Day, Peppa and Susie are caught up in a classic who's faster argument during the big race. While they're busy bickering, Rebecca Rabbit zooms ahead and wins. As the trophy is handed out, the crowd claps. And surprise! There's Susie Sheep in the front row cheering like nothing happened. But hold on. In the very next shot, Susie is back on the track, still arguing with Peppa like she never left. Did she teleport to the finish line, clap politely, then race back mid-sentence? If so, forget medals. Susie needs her own time-traveling sneakers. 13. The salad that refused to run out. In Grandpa Pig's greenhouse, Granddad Dog makes a big bowl of tomato salad for everyone. He dishes it out, and every plate ends up full. But here's the twist. The salad bowl still looks completely untouched. Same amount, same look, like nothing left it. That's not even the weirdest part. One moment the bowl is filled with only tomatoes, and the next, it suddenly has fresh basil leaves mixed in. No one added them, and nobody blinked. It's as if the salad is restocking itself. Either this bowl has a secret refill button, or Granddad Dog found the recipe for bottomless salad. 14. The case of the disappearing lipstick. In the episode Dressing Up, Peppa and George discover some old clothes that used to belong to Mummy and Daddy Pig. They dress up and pretend to be grown-ups, getting completely into character. By the time they're done playing, their clothes are muddy, and Peppa is even wearing bright red lipstick to match her grown-up look. But something really odd happens. As soon as Peppa takes off the dress, the lipstick on her face vanishes too. There's no tissue, no cleanup, nothing at all. It just disappears like magic. Maybe the dress has a secret remove makeup feature, or maybe Peppa's face resets like a video game. 15. The splash that made no sense. In the episode Lost Keys, Peppa's family visits a scenic mountain, but things take a turn when Daddy Pig drops the car keys into a drain. Since the keys are out of reach, Mrs. Rabbit throws a stone in to check how deep it is. Everyone hears a splash, which clearly suggests there's water at the bottom. Later, Mr. Bull arrives with a crane to rescue the keys. But when they all look inside the drain again, the bottom is completely dry. There's no sign of water anywhere. So where did the splash sound come from? Maybe it was just an imaginary puddle. 16. The cat that couldn't pick a seat. In the episode Mr. Potato's Christmas Show, Peppa and her friends head to the theater for a fun performance. Peppa is sitting in the back row, and just in front of her is a black cat. Everything seems normal until the cat suddenly appears all the way in the front row. There's no walking or shuffling, just a magical jump. When Pedro gets up to use the toilet, two kids near him vanish from their seats without a word. Seconds later, the brown cat is somehow back in front of Peppa again. This theater must be running on teleportation technology. That's a wrap on the funniest and weirdest Peppa Pig moments we spotted this time. Now be honest, did you ever notice any of these before? Or did we just ruin your childhood? Comment your favorite blunder below and subscribe so you never miss a single slip-up.